Governor Bev Perdue and Senate President Pro Tem Phil Berger traded rhetoric late this week on job creation and boosting the economy. Both told reporters their ideas are the best answer to North Carolina's struggles, and both questioned the other's strategies. Senate President Pro Tem Phil Berger says his GOP team is changing the economic climate in North Carolina. He told reporters one bill can't bring thousands of new jobs, but changing the way North Carolina does business and controlling state spending can spur growth.
What you've got to do is fundamentally change the way government operates in North Carolina, fundamentally change the interaction between government and the private sector.
Minutes after Senator Berger's comments, Governor Perdue told legislative Republicans the exuberance of claiming political power should be focused on jobs, education, and little else.
And I know what it's like to come to town with a whole pocket full of ideas. I've been there and done that, where you come and you say, it's my turn, I'm going to change the world.
Senator Phil Berger says the GOP's job this session is reforming policies established through years of Democratic Party rule in North Carolina.
The policies that Governor Perdue and the Democrats have followed are the reason that this recession has been as bad as it has been, and the reason that the private sector has shed as many jobs that it has shed.
Governor Perdue countered the Republicans are not making jobs and education the exclusive priority. She noted some bills that have been filed and said she's happy to debate them once the economy improves.
We could argue over checking stations and whether we need our own money system or where I should put my campaign signs. I mean, I'll be glad to do all that, and I'll be glad to show you a lot of other things.
But Senator Berger says any lawmaker can file any bill, so non-jobs bills being filed does not reflect a lack of focus. He says expect a GOP jobs bill soon, as his team has been working in Raleigh, not making public appearances. The governor says focus.
We've not gone around the state holding press conferences saying that we're on a jobs tour.
Every time we lose focus from jobs and education, we're actually losing focus on the future of this state.
Gary Robertson with the Associated Press joins us now. You were at both press conferences for Senator Berger and Governor Perdue. What do you make of that, what was said?
Well, I think it's kind of a foretelling of what the budget negotiations may look like, maybe what the 2012 campaign looks like. Both of them saying, you know, we're the ones, either the Republicans or Perdue, the Democrat, we're the ones that are creating jobs, we're the ones that are cleaning up from the recession, trying to make things better for all North Carolinians. It seems as though that Senator Berger is trying to promote the Republicans that, you know, we're fiscally sound, and it's the Democrats and Perdue's problem for causing at least exacerbating the recession, and Governor Perdue coming in and saying, no, I'm doing the best that I can, and it's the Republicans that aren't focused on jobs and education like I am.
What do you make of the idea the GOP is not focused? I've seen this tweeted, it's on Facebook, emails. Is that the Democratic effort to brand the GOP based on the bills you see filed down here?
Well, I think many Democrats want to somehow brand Republicans as extreme because they are, you know, they're 170 members in the legislature, and 100 of them roughly are Republicans. They're all going to have different ideas, and not all of them are going to be about jobs and education. And of course, you know, a legislature can multitask, but you know, the fact that the budget process takes a long time, it's easy for the other side to say, oh, you're not doing X, Y, and Z. You don't have a jobs bill, and you don't have a budget. So I think it's an easy opportunity for Democrats to be critical of Republicans.
Has there ever been a point in your experience down here where the legislature, or at least the majority party, would stop all business except for a focused issue and target only that, with everything else to the wayside?
Usually the only time that really happens is during special sessions, when there's a particular topic that they're coming for, and only, you know, either it's a veto override or it's for the, you know, there was the Dell incentives back in, I believe, 2004. You know, the Democrats were able to multitask as well, and, you know, they took some time on their budget too. So, I mean, I think what the Republicans are doing is pretty much par for the course.
As you and I make our money by sitting in these committees and following the endless bills that come through here, if you're the average North Carolinian and you want to look at a bill or some work of this body and say, okay, that's going to be the jobs bill, and I can craft what I think is going to happen based on that, would you look to the budget or other forms of legislation?
I think it's generally been the budget. I mean, the budget is kind of the catch-all where the major policies as it relates to taxes and expenses are done. Now, I would say that Republicans are less likely to be involved in or being interested in targeted incentives. So I think if you came down here in a Democratic administration, maybe you would look at some of these jobs bills. But I think many of the things Republicans want to do will be in the budget.
Gary, thanks for being on the show.
Thank you.